So I'm gonna be doing this really cute look. It's inspired by Lolita fashion and, you know, Douyin makeup. So I had to wash my hair, so this is just me drying it before I started doing my makeup, because it was kind of greasy, not gonna lie, like my fringe, but yeah. So first of all, I put my hair up, well, out my face, and then I use some lip balm, because you need to have nice juicy lips. And then I use just a moisturizer. Any moisturizer will work. This is the only one I have at the moment, so it's the one that I'm going to use. But yeah, any moisturizer, because you need to moisturize before you put your primer on. Which, spoiler alert, I absolutely hate the primer. I'll explain why further in the video, but it absolutely sucked. Please never use this primer that I'm using right now. Do not use it. It sucks. It separates your makeup. It makes it look really weird. I would not recommend it at all. But I basically just applied that on my face and put it basically in the problem areas where I find that I get a bit more cakey. That's basically a technique that you could use with any primer. Just put it where you usually get problems with your makeup. I basically have to put that like all over my face because my whole face is a problem, but that's fine. So I basically just rub it in as well as I can. Make sure that it's like an even base, because this is what your makeup is gonna lie on top of, which is why it's really important to get a nice primer. Do not do what I did and get a nasty primer, but you know, I mean, it was free, so what more can you expect, really? This is before I figured out that it sucked, so yeah. Okay, and that's what my face looks like. I definitely still have a lot of blemishes and things. I use this concealer. I don't know where I got it. I think I got it at like B&M. Great, so as you can see, you just kind of put tiny little dots on where you've got problems, like spots and things, and then you put that on before foundation, so that it can have the most coverage as possible. I'm just using a Fit Me foundation, the Maybelline Fit Me. It is really good. It's a good medium coverage. It is silicone based or oil based, I believe. Yeah, it's a pretty nice foundation. I use it every time I do my makeup. For me, I think that it gives that perfect coverage, where it's not too much that looks like stupid, but also like, yeah. I just use a beauty blender. Don't mind the fact that my beauty blender is gross at the moment. I blend dry because I find that when I use it, like when I put water on it, it makes my foundation be really strange, probably because my foundation is silicone based. I don't know, it makes it like pill up and be gross, so I just use it dry. Yeah. I try and blend as much as I can, but I think if you look too close, honestly, in real life, my makeup probably does look a little bit weird. But I'm not making, I don't do my makeup for real life, okay? I make it to exist online. And this is where I start to notice like it's separating on my nose, like my foundation, because of that stupid primer. And it's just like I'm trying to like rub it in and like pat it and stuff to like make it go away. It didn't, so I had to basically I had to like deal with it basically until I got around to powders, where it got a little bit better, a little bit less noticeable. I had some really stubborn problems around my nose, but yeah, I just had to continue. Got some hair on my face. So just blend forehead. Don't forget to do your forehead. I always forget to do my forehead because I have a fringe or bangs, but don't forget it. If you want to go somewhere, or you want to go outside, or you want to be in natural lighting, don't forget the fringe, or don't forget the forehead. Unless you have like the thickest fringe ever. I use my fingers a lot sometimes as well, because that helps to like get in there and like actually blend it. Yeah, no, I don't really know. I had no idea how to fix what was going on with my nose. I was like, can you see this? Like, yeah, but anyway. I just use this like really cheap collection blush, and I basically focused that in the middle of my face, like on the apples of my cheeks, you could say, because I wanted to make my face look rounder. I wanted to make it look softer. So I put it in the middle of my face to bring more attention to the middle of my cheeks. And you can see I'm just pointing to it, making my face look fat. Because that's what you want. You want your face to look really round, really like chubby almost. Because then it makes your nose look a little bit smaller. Because I have an absolute pecker on me. That's okay. Yeah, I just use a brush to blend in my blush. I also did put some on my forehead, like on my temples, just because I thought maybe it would look cute. So yeah, I put some on my chin, on the apples of my cheeks, and on my temples. I don't know if you can actually tell that I put it anywhere else but my cheeks. And yeah, freaking primer. I hate that primer so much. I hate it. It is absolutely vile, okay? Like, it just keeps causing me issues during this whole thing. I hate the primer so much. At this point, I just wanted it to burn in hell forever. Anyway, though, we have to move on. Just putting some concealer in the very corners of my eyes, because that's where I want to, like, emphasize, is the corners of my eyes, because I want there to be a really obvious droop. Without having to do a droop. The kind of thing that you see in Gyaru makeup. I didn't want to do that because on me it looks stupid, because I'm not Japanese, so it doesn't like work on me properly. But I just blend that in with my I blend that in with my fingers. And you can, I don't know if you can tell, but before putting my concealer on, I did go over my face with a powder. I went over it with a Fit Me translucent powder, just to settle the makeup a little bit, because it was doing a lot of weird stuff because of that primer. So yeah. I think I figured it out though. I think the powders fixed it. The powders saved it for me. I want to make sure that the concealer is really nicely blended, so it and you want to really pat it in. So you don't want to smear it around. You want to pat it really, really lightly into your skin, so it gives you the most coverage. I think I had an eyelash, but yeah, you really want to try and make sure that you keep as much coverage in that concealer as possible. And I do that by just patting it in instead of like rubbing it. You don't want to rub, you want to pat. My base looks okay, actually. I think I'm gonna do my eyebrows now. I use NYX Epic Wear on my eyebrows, and as eyeliner I use the brown shade. So yeah, I just kind of make my eyebrows look a little bit more slanted. I unfortunately have not very aggressive, but like pretty upturned eyebrows. So they're a bit difficult to straighten out. But maybe I'll just shave them off. Maybe I'll give up and just shave them off, honestly. Because, I don't know, they'd make every eye makeup look I do look pretty aggressive, and I don't really like that. I want to look soft and cute. So, just do that on the other side. Just fill it in a little bit, and then do a little point, and then connect the point to the rest of the eyebrow. That's essentially what you do. And there you go. There you can see that they are pretty equal. Here's me showing my powder off. So I'm now going to set the rest of my face, because I only set my cheeks and things because it was giving me loads of problems. So now I'm setting the rest of my face, and you can see it really mattifies your makeup and makes it look more even. Yeah, investing in a good translucent powder that kind of makes your makeup just lay flat on your face is always good. It's me just checking if it's actually doing something. Yeah, it just kind of sets everything in place and means that you can move on to powders. So I'm just using this like brown shade. Any cool brown shade will work for nose contour, and then I switched to a blush shade in this palette. I got gifted it for Christmas, I believe, but pink, a peach, whatever blush shade you use, using that on the top section, like the top of the nose point, I guess you could say, just to make it look blushy and cute. Putting a little bit on the under eye, cheek area, because I like to connect my nose contour to my cheeks, because I think it like accentuates my eye bags in a way that looks cute instead of tired. And then I go over that with that same, cool brown shade going up, and then just trying to blend it out. And then you take that brown shade and you go under your eyes, creating like a C shape, to really make your eyes look bigger and make them look brighter. I personally just think it looks cute. That's why I do it. But I do see a lot of girls doing this kind of thing in Douyin makeup. Is that how you say it? But basically I see that a lot with girls who do that kind of makeup, and I think it looks really cute on them. Yeah. So there's the nose contour. You want to make sure it's blended. You want to make sure that it looks maybe not like natural, but cute. you know that it's worked because you look insane until you do the rest of your face. So here's the Aegyo cell that I have done. I did one side off camera, and here's me doing the other side on camera. So you can scrunch your eyes, you can pull your eyes, you can, any way that you makes it so you can see your natural eye bag lines. And I basically go right in the middle, that big middle one, the middle eye bag, and I basically accentuate it, and I use it to make my eyes more downwards shaped. I blend that into the very corner of my eye. And that basically brings your eye down, instead of making it upwards and angular, you want it to be down and soft. I am using a little bit of, I believe that is more setting powder that I'm using in the corner to make sure that it stays bright and it also stays dry, because it really annoys me when it like gets moist. I don't know how to describe it, like oily, because my eyes get pretty oily. And then I'm going to go in with that same shade that I used for the blush on my nose, and I'm going to go right over that little corner, blend that into the little Aegyo cell that I did. And it's basically going to just add a really cute touch, a really cute little bit of pink eye in the corner. No, but it looks cute, it just kind of adds a pop of color that's really subtle. Just blend that into the makeup to make it look like it makes sense. Yeah. So now moving on to eyeliner. I'm going to use that same brown eyeliner that I just used. And I'll show you how I do it. So I'm angling my face, and I'm looking into the mirror from a downwards angle, so that I know what natural line of my eye I need to do. And I basically do that at like a downward angle, which is why my face, no, why I'm trying to look at my face in a downward angle. There we go. Because I want to really portray that droopy look, make my eyes look sad. I think I got some in my eyelash, but yeah, do that on the other side, do that on the other side. Checking if they're even, and then you should be good to move on to mascara. So that's it close up. Oh no, I think I did my lips before mascara, didn't I? Yes. So I'm gonna wipe off the excess of the lip balm that I used earlier. So now my lips are all plump and nice and juicy, and now I can put this is the freckle pen, or a freckle pen that I use on my lips, and it basically stains it, and it helps it stay in place. I like it because it gives a really nice color, and it also stays for like a little bit, because it stains your lips, so it does stay for a pretty nice amount of time, I'd say. It's not like inconvenient, you don't have to keep reapplying lip liner or anything, so there we go. Okay, now we're moving on to mascara. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of mascara after curling my lashes, because I curl my lashes like an insane person. I like squeeze them, as you can see there, but that's not enough. So I do that, I squeeze it, and then I pull it. Please don't do this. Don't do what I do. in this circumstance, because I think that this is like someday going to pull out my lashes. It's gonna rip them out. So yeah, I use telescopic mascara because I don't know, I think it works. I mean, you can see the difference of the before and the after, you know, because I've only got one eye done. I think it's a pretty good mascara. Like, it does its job, you know, it's very dark, because I got the black one. I think it gives a lot of length, a lot of, like, drama. Make sure to do them under eyelashes. You want to do the lower eyelashes. You don't want to forget about them, because then you look weird, because you've only got one set of eyelashes. So there you go. That's one eye done, and then one eye not done. The before and after. It's a pretty big difference, if I say so myself. So I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. I think I caught my eye, and it made me feel weird. No, eye water a little bit. So doing that. So on this one, it's a little bit graphic, so I won't show you the full thing. But I basically squeeze it, and then I pull it up, like you saw me do earlier. So I'm going to do it again. Yeah. It looks gross on camera, so you guys won't be able to see it. But now I'm just going in with more mascara on the other side. Just making sure to cover all them lashes. Make sure that they're all saturated. It took a while trying to get them in the right angles and stuff, because they just do what they want at this point. And then just do the bottom lashes. You can do dolly lashes if you know how to do those. If you don't know how to do them, don't worry about it. But yeah, if you like doing that with your makeup, I would recommend. And then I use this random Eclairs palette. I think my grandma bought it for me, and I just use the glitter shade in that. It's not very bright, so you'll see right now it's not very pigmented because it's just a Eclairs palette. But it does give me a nice, very, very subtle little shine that I do really like. It's nothing crazy. It like, you can only really see it in real life. But yeah, I like it. So just going under, you want to put it on, you want to put any glitter that you want to put on, or like highlighter, you want to put it on your aegyo sal, on the top part, like the part that is lighter and closer to your eye. You want to put the highlighter on that, because it makes it look more prominent. And then I realized that I had a little mark of makeup on my face. I don't know where it came from. Go over like spots or anything that didn't get covered enough with some freckle, like pen stuff. Just to make it look like a mole instead of like a spot. And I find that a lot of people who do makeup similar to this do a lot of little moles. And I'm going to move on to clusters. But yeah, I put them just in 3 little segments. I find that it makes the makeup look very, very cute. I always struggle with using this freaking tweezer applicator thing. So, yeah. So, the first one, perfect. It went on first try, it was perfect. You can see the placement. The other one is placed kind of the middle end part of the eye. I'll just squeeze it with my fingers, because honestly it's easier to put them on with fingers than it is to put them on with your tweezers. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks that, but yeah. And then the last one, which gave me a lot of trouble. It was very dramatic, very sassy, as you can see. It didn't want to stick on my eye. It was really pissing me off, but I think I got it in the end. So yeah, you can see it's just like falling off. It doesn't want to stick. And you can see it's nearly stuck. And it's not in the right angle, so I think I ended up accidentally taking it off. Yeah, it fell off. So I reapplied it. And it went on. It went on in the end. So there you go. That's one eye. And then do the same thing on the other side. There you go. It's all done. The makeup is finished. So then you go sort out your hair. Put a little lip gloss on. I'm using this random collection one, I think. It smells like strawberries. So just throw a little bit of lip gloss on. And there you go, it's all done. Thank you so much for sticking around through the whole video. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you enjoy today's look.